Welcome to the lecture on management and entrepreneurship for IT industries. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about what is management, what the management contains, then meaning, nature and characteristics of management. At the end of the lecture, we will be able to understand what the management is. So with the introduction, we are studying what are the different definitions of management, what actually the management is according to different management experts and the economists, and we will also study nature and characteristics of management. Now the first thing we need to understand is why we have to study the management. What is the importance of studying a management? The two important things we need to cater here is management is a critical element in the economic growth of a country. What it means is management enables a country to experience a high level of economic development by efficient combination of four things, that is man, money, materials and machines. A country can remain backward if there are no competent managers to exploit the natural resources. The management expert Peter Drucker observes that without management, a country's resources of production remain resources only and never become a production. Then another important thing with the management is the dynamic, life-giving element in every organization, because management coordinates present activities of the organization and plans for the future ones. It resolves disputes and provides leadership. It adapts the organization to its environment and often shape the environment to make it more suitable to the organization. As we are in a competitive world, the success and survival of an organization is determined by the quality and performance of the management. So management needs to innovate constantly to have a clear lead over its competitors. Next, what are the different definitions that are given by the different management experts? The first definition is which is given by Mary Follett. The definition is management is the art of getting things done through people. So this definition clearly distinguishes between a manager and other personnel of an organization. According to her, a manager is one who contributes to the organization goals indirectly by directing the efforts of others. On the other hand, a person who is not a manager contributes to the organization's goals directly by performing the task himself. So the two deficiencies of this definition are it uses the word art. So the art deals with the application of knowledge. However, management is not merely an application of knowledge. It also involves acquisition of knowledge, that is science. This definition does not highlight the various functions of a manager. Okay. Now another definition which is given by George Terry is management is a process consisting of planning, organizing, actuating and controlling, performed to determine and accomplish the objectives by the use of people and resources. Now according to this definition, management is a process and it is a systematic way of doing things. The four important activities that has been chalked out in this definition is that is planning, organizing, actuating and controlling. Now what is a planning? Planning means managers think of their actions in advance. Their actions are usually based on some method, plan or logic. Organizing means that managers coordinate the human and material resources of the organization. Actuating means that managers motivate and direct subordinates. Controlling means managers attempt to ensure that there is no deviation from the norm or plan set for the organization. Now another definition of management is it is the direction and maintenance of an internal environment in an enterprise where individuals working in groups can perform efficiently and effectively towards the attainment of group goals. So this definition is given by Kuntz and Donnell. Now another definition of management is the art of knowing what you want to do and then seeing what it is done in the best and cheapest way. So that is, it also deals with the economic factors. Then, and the management is the art and science of decision making and leadership. So in this definition the word science is also included along with the art. Okay, so that are the different definitions which are given by the different management experts. Now coming to the nature of management, what actually the management contains and what are its different views. So then the first thing is it is a multidisciplinary. So what do you mean by multidisciplinary? So it draws freely ideas and concepts from disciplines like economics, sociology, psychology, operation research, etc. Management integrates the ideas taken from various disciplines and presents newer concepts which can be put into the real time. Then it is a dynamic nature of principles. A principle is truth which establishes cause and effect relationships of a function. So principles are developed by integration of ideas from various disciplines supported by practical evidence. These principles are flexible and change with the environment in which organization works. Hence it is a dynamic. Then management is a science and art. So management is the only subject which enjoys the distinction of being science as well as an art. So because the contribution in the evolution of the management has came from different directions, that is arts, social scientists, economists, engineers, administrators and practicing managers. Management is also an art because it requires the creativity and subjective skills of a manager like communication, negotiation, motivation, etc. Then it is a universality of management. The management is universal phenomena, though universal, yet management principles are not universally applicable but are to be modified according to the need of the management, need of the situation. Now what are the characteristics of management? With the critical analysis of the definitions which we have studied earlier, the following characteristics can be decided. Management is a continuous process. So what it means is the process of management which contains planning, organizing, directing and controlling the resources to ensure that resources are used to the best advantage of the organization. Then management is an art as well as science, as this is included in one of the definitions. So what it characterizes is management is an art in the sense of possessing managing skill by a person. Management is science because certain principles, laws are developed which are applicable in place where group activities are coordinated. So this part we are again seeing in the next chapters. Management aims at achieving predetermined objectives. So what it means is all organizations have objectives that are laid down. Every managerial activity results in the achievement of these predetermined goals. Management is a factor of production. An enterprise produces goods or services using resources like land, labor, capital, machineries, etc. These resources themselves cannot realize the organizational goals. The goals are achieved when these are effectively coordinated by a person, so commonly an entrepreneur. Therefore, management is a factor of production. So, management is decision making. Decision making is selecting the best among the alternative options. Decision making is an important function of a manager. Whatever a manager does, he does it by making decisions. The success or failure of an organization depends upon the quality of decisions. A manager must take a right decision at right time. Universal application. The principles and concepts of management are applicable to every type of industry. So it is not restricted only to a particular set of organizations. The practice of management is different from one organization to another according to the working culture. Management is needed at all levels. The functions of management are common to all levels of organization. Okay, the levels of organization, as we proceed with this chapter, we discuss about the what are the different levels. There are top levels, middle levels, and the first level organization. The functions are common to all levels of organization. The functions of planning, organizing, directing, controlling, decision making are performed by top level as well as low level supervisors. Management aims at maximum profit. What it means is the resources are properly utilized to maximize profit. Maximizing the profit is the economic function of a manager. Next is dynamic. Management is not static. Over a period of time, new principal concepts and techniques are developed and adopted by management. Management is changed accordingly to the social change. Management as a career. Today, management is developed as a career focused on specializations like finance, marketing, personal management, industrial management, production, quality management, and etc. are some of the specializations in management. Specialists are appointed at various positions depending on the uh, organizational hierarchy. Hence, management today has become one of the career. Next, management is a discipline. So what it means by a discipline is, so any field can be said as a discipline if it has a well defined concept and principles. As management has well defined principles, so we can say that it is a discipline. What it means is it is an accumulated body of knowledge that can be learned. Management is a subject with principles and concept. The purpose of studying management is to learn how to apply the principles and concept at right circumstances at the right time to produce the desired results. Then one more characteristics that can be added to this list is management is also a profession. Management is a profession because it has a qualities of a profession. So what are the knowledge? The profession has its own characteristics. So that is the knowledge is imported and transferred. The established principles of management are applied in practice. This figure depicts the characteristics of management. So the important thing starts from management functions. We see in planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling are the important activities of the management. Planning involves selecting missions and objectives and actions to achieve them. It also involves the decision making. Organizing is nothing but people working together in groups have to achieve some goal that have specific assigned roles to play. And staffing is a very important function in building the human organization. The manager attempts to find the right person to for right job in case of staffing. And directing is nothing but, it is also called motivating, actuating, or leading. So directing is nothing but it is the influencing of people so that they will contribute to organization and group goals. Then controlling means it is measuring and correcting activities of subordinates to ensure that events are in line with the plans. Then there are different roles of management. So the next point comes to roles of management. There are interpersonal roles, decision roles, and informational roles. So what is an interpersonal role is, this role is the one which has an interaction with the people, both organizational members and outsiders. So for the example for these roles are figurehead or a leader or a liaison. Then informational roles, so this involves communication. So it can be a monitor or a discriminator or a spokesperson. Then decision roles, so decision roles involves choosing most appropriate alternative among all so that organizational objectives are achieved in an efficient manner. So the decision roles contain involves managers like entrepreneur or the disturbance handler or a negotiator or a resource allocator. Now when it comes to managing, so there the managing can be people management or managing of the technology or managing of the finance, that is financial management. Now when it comes to managing the system, so we need to manage the resources, the processes, and the situation and the relations with the other management activities. Then management is also has an administration, that is management and administration. Then management is an art, science, and it is also a profession. A manager needs the knowledge as well as the skill. So what are the different skills needed is the technical skills, then the human management, that is human resource management, then operational management, and then the strategic management. Then what are the responsibilities of a manager is, he is responsible for the results, he is responsible to people, responsible to herself or himself, or he is responsible even to the organization. Then what are the different managerial phases? So it may be a pathfinding or a problem solving or an implementation task. Then the different levels of management are, so there are top level, then middle level management, and lower level management. Lower level management, sometimes also called first line management, which contains foremen and supervisors. The top level management usually contains the company chairman, managing director, and president and vice presidents, chief executives, officers, etc. The middle management contains diverse groups such as managers of different sections like production manager, marketing manager, finance manager, etc. Then lower level management or the first line management usually contains foremen and supervisors who are just one step above the workers. Foremen and supervisors coordinate the activities of their section by assigning individual tasks and responsibilities to the worker so as to achieve the set goal for their sections. Then management also involves the decisions and execution of the decisions for achieving the goals of the organization. So what we discussed in today is the importance of management. That is, management is a critical element in the economic growth of the country, and as well as we looked into one more importance of management, that is, it is the dynamic life-giving element in every organization. So one more important thing about management is it is essential in all organized effort, be it a business activity or any other activity. Then we looked into the definitions of the management according to different management experts or the economists. The one definition which is being given here is it is designing and maintaining environment in which individuals are working together in groups efficiently accomplish selected aims. Now what this means is, as managers or people carry out the managerial functions of planning, organizing, staffing, leading and controlling. Management applies to all types of organization. It applies to managers at all organizational levels. The aim of all manager is same, that is to create a surplus, that is to generate a profit. Management is concerned with productivity, which implies effectiveness and efficiency. We also seen the nature of management. Then what are the characteristics of the management? So in the characteristics we studied the different characteristics, like it should be a dynamic, then it is a science and art, and it is a management is a profession. So the profession means to understand the systematic theory, that is existence of an organized and systematic knowledge, and management is also an administration, that is management and administration. What actually the administration means is that administration is a function that is taking place at the highest level in the organization and involves the determination of plans, policies and objectives of the business organization. On the other hand, management is a function taking place at the lower levels in the organization. That is, it involves actual doing the things. That is, it involves execution of all the activities and undertaking necessary operations to achieve the plans, policies and objectives of the business organization. So hence management and administration are the two sides of the same coin. Okay, so that's for the today's class. Now at the end, so we need to study so what the content we discussed, whether it is a basic knowledge or it is an application or it is an evaluated thing. So to gauge this lecture, so we use a measurement called the Bloom's taxonomy. So Bloom's taxonomy is given by the Benjamin Bloom, who was the famous educator, and according to him each and every subject can be studied in the 6 levels. Okay, the first level is knowledge, comprehension, then second is comprehension, third is application, fourth is analysis, fifth is synthesis and sixth is evaluation. So what the discuss we studied, things we studied in the today's session, it is a bare knowledge. That is, we have studied the basics of management, what actually the management, the definition of a management, and the nature and characteristics of the management. So what actually the things we discussed, they fall under the category of L1, that is under the category of knowledge. Now as we progress through the lectures, so we will be going into L2 and L3 parts. So that is for the today's class. Thank you.